Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. The unknown is indicated with reference to the known. For example, you have to come to Kaivalya Dham and you are on the main road. So how to tell you? So we are told, do you see one red board, Narayani Dham? Yes. So Narayani Dham is known, that board. Kaivalya Dham is not known. So, from that board, take a right turn. Then when you go again, you will come to know a board. Kaivalya Dham to the right. So you turn. And then you end up in Kaivalya Dham. So the Kaivalya Dham, which was unknown to us, was indicated with reference to and with the help of the known. This is the technique of communication. Now the absolute reality is unknown to us. We don't know what is the truth. We simply go on talking, oh God, God's will. And neither God is known nor will is known. See? So, to make this, technically it is called as Adhyaropa Apavadabhyam Ayam Prapanchaha. Don't be frightened, therefore I don't use Sanskrit words. Adhyaropa is superimposition. Apavada is removal. So we have to go to Kaivalya Dham. So first of all we are superimposed. Kaivalya Dham is near that Narayani Dham board. Then take a right turn like this. And finally, we remove all that. And once we know Kaivalya Dham, we don't have to worry about the Narayani Dham board. Exactly the same way. Here, what is known to us, that is taken. And from there we are slowly led to that which is beyond the soul. This is the technique. So to indicate this technique, the last question in this Upanishad starts, Atha hainam sukesha bharadvajaha papracha bhagavan hiranyanabaha kausalyo rajaputro mamupetya etam prashnam apruchhata shodashakalam bharadvaja purusham vetha tam aham kumaram abruvam na aham imam veda yadi aham imam avedisham katham tena avakshami iti samulo va esha parishrishati yaha anrutam abhivadati tasman narhami anrutam vaktum satushnim rathamaruya pavravaja tam tva pruchhami kvaso purusha iti. He makes a big story. There are some people, what they want to say is never understood by the person to whom they ask. Once in Vrindavan, one person came. He said, Swamiji, I have got some doubt. May I ask? I said, I don't know, you can ask. And he started. After 1.5 hours, he said, now you tell me. So other people were sitting there. So I asked them, did you understand what was the question in this lecture? See, we are unable to put forward our doubts because we are not clear exactly what we want to ask. So here is a story like that. Once it happened, this Sukesha Bharadwaja asked his Guru Maharaj that there was one prince from the Koshal and Hiranyanab. He came and asked me this question that, hey Bharadwaj, do you know that Purusha who is having 16 aspects Shodasha Kala. Now, Kala or the aspects we have to clearly understand. See, first day, Prathama, one Kala of the moon. Second day, the second Kala, Dvitiya. Third day, the third Kala, Tritiya. In this way, up to the 15th day, the Purnamasi, 15. 16, absolutely Amavasya, no. Who is the moon? Moon is the 17th. See, how the moon is understood by us? Prathama, Dvitiya, Tritiya, Chaturthi, Panchami, Shashti, Saptami, Ashtami, Navami, Dashmi, Ekadashi, Dvadashi, Trayodashi, Chaturdashi, Purnamasi and Amavasya. So 15 days dark, 15 days bright. But these are only the Kala, the aspects of the moon. Moon is the 17th. So from that moon, the 17th, as if these 16 Kalas have come out. See friends, exactly the same way, Shodasha Kala Purushaha, this Purusha, the Supreme Reality, has 16 Kalas. So that Prince asked me this question, that, Hey Bharadwaja, Shodasha Kalam Purusham Vetha Tvam? Do you know that Shodasha Kala Purusha? See, when they do the puja, they do the Shodashopachara puja. You know, those who are doing the puja, they know, first of all, they do avahanam, then they offer the water to wash the feet, and then for the hand, and then for the achavanam. So many things. Shodasha Kala, Shodasha Upachar. See? 16. Now, do you know that? So I told that Rajkumar, the prince, no sir, I don't know. So when I say I don't know, he was doubting whether I am avoiding him or what. You are such a wise man, Mahatma Gadbadananda, and you don't know? No, you are joking, you must be knowing. Then I told him, look here, if I know and if I don't tell you, I'll be telling the lies. And those who take refuge in the lies, they are destroyed. I don't want to destroy myself. I am really telling you, I really don't know. Then he said, okay, you must not be knowing because you will not tell the lies. And he went away. After that, this question was constantly spinning in my head. What is that Shodasha Kala Purusha? What is that Shodasha Kala Purusha? What is that? Please tell me. So, tam tva pruchhami. About that Shodasha Kala Purusha, I ask you, oh dear teacher, oh Lord, kindly tell me. See. Now, in the earlier chapters we have seen that the gross body, the subtle body, and the expression of the absolute reality in the subtle body as the Chidabhasa, calling it as the soul or the jiva, all of them ultimately merge back in the absolute. Now the question is, sir, we have understood theoretically, this is what happens with most of the students. They understand theoretically and then they start searching God. And where they search God, when I was sitting for meditation, bright light came. And then the light turned into yellow. Then it turned into blue, green, red. That meditation was so colorful and so beautiful. But you know what happened after that? I never got those lights. So I am frustrated. Where those lights have gone? See, one person tells this thing. The other person, you are lucky, at least you can see the light once. I never saw the light. I think my bulb is fused. Friends, these are all the cartoons of spirituality. Be very clear. That experience which doesn't begin, which doesn't modify, which doesn't end, is the truth. It is not the experience of. When you sit for meditation, you listen sometime the flute. And after that, flute is gone. Then you are worried, where the flute has gone? Who was playing the flute? Where from the flute has gone? I think it must be the arrival of the God. But I was, praying to Lord Hanumanji. Hanumanji never plays the flute. Maybe he must have stolen from Krishna. Therefore it has come there. All stupidities. That has nothing to do with the truth. See? So we are seeking the truth, but we are getting lost in the untruth. See, friends. Therefore, this Shodachakala Purusha, can you tell me, that means he wants to know the truth as objectively as we see others. I tell you the most fundamental rule on the spiritual path. Knowing is being. Knowing and being are not separate. Where knowing and being is separate is only the material world. It is the relativity. It has nothing to do with the truth. See, friends. And it's not something great that I told you. It is the truth. Like eyes can see everything else. But when the eyes want to see themselves, they cannot see. Because they are the seer and the seen have merged in one. Similarly, I cannot know me objectively. See? The other day I gave an example. In a flight, one lady came and asked me this question. Excuse me, do you know Swami Anubhavananda who comes on the TV? Do you know him? What reply will I give? So I said, yes, no. Yes, because I know. No, because I don't know as you know that Swami Anubhavananda, someone other than you. How do I know myself? Through the smell? I think Swami Anubhavananda has come. See? Do I know myself by licking? I think, yeah, this is my taste. See, friends, this objectivity must be ruthlessly rejected. Then only the truth is revealed. Upanishad very clearly says, Nayam Atma balahine na labhyaha. Those who are the weaklings, it is not for them. No, but I have been doing puja for so many years. What will happen to the Krishna? What has happened now when you are doing the puja? See, friends, we mistake the means for the goal. Means are used and thrown away. We come to Lonavala by train or car. Then we leave the car outside. Then with our shoes we come to the lecture hall. We leave the shoes outside. No, but you know that car has brought us, I want to bring the car inside the lecture hall. See, friends, this discrimination between the means and the goal has to be clearly understood. So, where is this Purusha? Can you please tell me? Now, in reply to that, the teacher tells the first and the most important step on the spiritual path. तस्मै स होवाच इह एव अंतःशरीरे सौम्य स पुरुषः यस्मिन्नेता षोडशकला प्रभवन्ति इति. So he said to the student, my dear student, iha eva antah sharire. Don't search for the truth outside anywhere. in your own being. Iha eva anta sharire esha shodashakala purushaha. This Purusha is there, this reality. Purusha, technically deciphering this word, has two meanings. Purusha means Purnatvat Purushaha. The one which is infinite, there is nothing lacking in it. And when it is infinite, you cannot add anything, you cannot take away anything from it. And therefore there is no fear. See? If you have got only, let us take only one chocolate, and somebody comes and, talks to you, and you are going to eat that chocolate. Oh God, this fellow has come. I hope he doesn't ask me for the chocolate. And he says, hey, you are eating chocolate, I also like, give me. Gone. But if you have millions of them, somebody can take them on. Because from the infinite, nothing can be reduced. That is Purna Purusha. Our life is living in a well, like a frog, and then thinking, this is all. One fish came from the sea into a well. So the fish was asked by the frog in the well, hey, who are you? He said, I am fish. Good. Where from you have come? From ocean. What is ocean? Because that frog has never seen ocean. What is the ocean? Fish says it is a collection of waters. How much collection of water? This much. A frog cannot think big. So the fish doesn't have the neck, only tail. So he said, no. Then that frog became angry and he showed his two hands. This much water. So the fish said, no. Then he took a leap within the waters in the well. This much? He said, no, Baba. Then he became extremely angry and he jumped diagonally from wall to wall. This much? He said again, no. How much then? He said, come with me. They went to the sea. And after having gone to the sea, now the fish asked the frog, how much is the water? Can you talk? With the finite instrument, the infinite cannot be known. Infinite can be known only by merging in the infinite. See? This is the meaning of Purusha, Purnatvat Purusha. Now the same Purna, infinite reality, when it is expressing through the five koshas, then also it is called as Purusha, because Purishayanat Purusha, because the infinite is expressing through the limitations of the body. So word is the same, it has two meanings. Now to understand this, take simple. Man is complete. What is husband? Husband is also a man, but now expressing through the limitations of the wife. See? There was one old couple. They were never fighting with each other. So the town where they were staying, they were given a civic reception. Here is the old couple. Nobody has ever seen them fighting with each other. So they deserve recognition. So they were honored publicly. And then they were asked, hey, Mr. Gupta, how do you think that you never fought with your wife? What is the secret? He said, when we got married, we went for a honeymoon on a hill station. And there we decided to ride the horses and go up in the mountain. So both of us rode on our own horses and going. I was going comfortably, but the horse which was carrying my wife, he tossed her out and she fell down. So She did not become angry. She was cool. She again patted the horse and said, "Never mind, this is first time." Again she rode. Again she started. After another 5-10 minutes, again the horse tossed her. She fell down. Again she got up and told, "Never mind, take cool." This is the second time. Again the third time when she rode and was going, again she was tossed and she fell down. Again this time she got up and again said, "This is the third time." She took out a pistol from her purse and shot the horse dead. When she did like this thing, I became so angry and wild with her. "Why did you do that?" She said, "This is for the first time." Okay. Don't look at each other. See? So from that time onward, we never fight. So man is man, husband is also man. In the same manner, Paramatma is Purushaha, Purnatvat Purushaha, and what we call as a soul, that soul is also Paramatma. See how simple it is. This is the meaning, going beyond the soul. But we are so buried under this soul philosophy, all the time talking about last life, this life, next life, going to hell, going to heaven. This is all rubbish. Have courage to throw it away. Otherwise, Swamiji, what will happen after death? We'll burn you. No. What will happen? Please tell really. There will be a holiday for the school, but don't die on Sunday. No. What will happen to the soul? See, friends, this soul is nothing. So, want to know this reality, the Purusha, etasminneva sharire, anta sharire, yasmin eta shodashakala prabhavanti. And from this alone, the shodashakala, the whole world has come out. See? If you can imagine God with a bubble gum in his mouth and he is chewing, and after some time, he brings it out. Then after some time, he again sucks it inside. Again he throws out, again he sucks in. Exactly this way, the world is nothing like a bubble gum coming out, going in, coming out, going in. Is it not our day-to-day experience? Where the whole world goes when we are in deep sleep, it comes back to us. All the objects, they dissolve in the sense organs. All the sense organs dissolve in the mind. All the mind and its modification dissolve in the consciousness. See, friends, now is it only for one person, for everyone? See, how the light comes out of the bulb, electrical energy flowing through Ida Pingala. The cathode and anode is nothing but Ida Pingala. This comes through two channels. Then it is intercepted by a bulb. Now from the bulb, then these two channels of energy they go. There is a connecting filament where the light happens. Now be attentive. Is this principle or phenomena, is it different from bulb to bulb? Or is it common for every bulb? Think. No, the bulb which is before the God is a holy bulb. And the bulb in the toilet is unholy. Must be a terrorist in the last life. It's all meaningless. In the same manner, these 16 kalas, they come out of the Purusha, and the Purusha is one, they are not many. See? Like electrical energy is one, Bulb may be many, but the light is one. Let's get this point across. Why we are lost in the multiplicity and duality? Because we give importance to the names and the forms. See? Names and forms are many. Nameless and formless is one. Formless space is one. Nameless, soundless, silence is one. And when we are in the silence, there are no efforts. When we are in the words, there are many efforts. Words begin, modify, end. Silence doesn't begin, doesn't modify, doesn't end. Words are created, silence is not created. See? To come to this principle, now the story begins. Saikshan chakre kasmin aham utkrantah utkranto bhavishyami kasmin va pratisthite pratishthasyami iti. Now, this Purusha, who is in the body, he started thinking, when and because of whom I stay in the body, and because when somebody goes, I also go out of the body, who is that? He started thinking. Now be attentive. When the dream begins, where the waker goes, and when the waking experience begins, where the dreamer goes. Because in the dream, waker is not there. In the waking experience, dreamer is not there. And who are living the life? The waker and the dreamer, they are living the life. Now the question is, where do they go? And where from they come? See, friends. So, Saikshan Chakre, he started contemplation that what is that when it leaves, I will also leave the body? What is that because of which I stay in the body? He started reflecting. See? And as a result of this reflection, he came to this conclusion. Now he started telling the story. Saha pranam asrujata prana shraddha kham vayur jyoti rapaha prithvi indriyam mano annam annat viryam tapod mantra karma loka lokeshu cha nama cha. These are the 16 principles. See, Shodasha Kala. These are the 16 principles which came out of this Purusha. It is something like from the electrical energy, the bulb, the filament and the light came out. And if there is no electrical energy behind, none of them can exist. But when we switch off the electrical source, then where do the light and everything goes? It goes back into the bulb, into the electrical energy. Exactly the same way. The whole world comes out of me, remains in me, goes back into me. Out of me the man, the son comes out. Out of me the man, the husband comes out. Out of me the man, the father comes out. Out of me the man, the father-in-law comes out. Out of me the man, the son-in-law comes out. how many of them have come out of me? And when I sleep, where this whole battalion goes? Think. And who are miserable? The son, the husband, the father, the son-in-law, the father-in-law, they are miserable. But who are they? Find out. They are in place of your soul, and man is beyond the soul. Man is beyond the husband. Can you say summation of the son, the husband, the father, the father-in-law, the son-in-law, and the brother is equal to man? Man is much more than that. Meaning, even if they are not existing, the man continues to exist. So the husband is dependent on the man is not dependent on the husband. If by God's grace the wife goes away, nothing happens to the man. And in fact, be attentive, in fact, nothing happens to the husband also. Because he never existed. We are getting lost only in this relative world, therefore the truth is not revealed. And then all our spiritual sadhana is sit in a posture and go on or do the japa ram 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 ram, ram making noise. See? So pranamastrujata, now be attentive. Absolute reality, one without a second. Step number one. Absolute reality with its own inherent potentiality, like fire and the burning power of the fire. Now the burning power of the fire can burn everything except the fire. Like the sugar cane can never have diabetes. The cobra is never attacked by the venom, because that is their nature, potentiality. Shakti. So supreme reality, one without a second. Its own inherent potentiality is called as Shakti or the potentiality. Paramatma with reference to the potentiality is called as Ishvara, and Ishvara is unmanifest. See, in this wooden table, there is fire. Fire alone supports all the forms. If the fire is in this table, why it is not hot? Because the burning power of the fire is not yet invoked. See? So, Paramatma, one without a second, Paramatma plus its original inherent potentiality is called Ishvara. Ishvara is unmanifest. Then this Ishvara, Saha Ikshata, he desired, he thought, contemplated, and he created Pranaha, Hiranyagarbha or Brahmaji with the four heads. Brahmaji is the creator of this world. See? What is said in the totality as Brahmaji or Hiranyagarbha is said at the individuality as Antakaran Chatushtay. The Mana Buddhi Chitta Ahankar. Mind, intellect, Ahankar and the Chitta, four of them. Mind we know, mind is a state of thoughts in a confused condition is called as mind. The state of thought in conviction is called as intellect. The state of thought in a memory form is called as chitta. And the state of thought as ownership is called as ahankar. Ahankar is not ego. Many people mistake that ahankar as ego. It is a tattva. So these are the four antakaran chatushtay. So what is at the totality level as Hiranyagarbha, what is at totality level as the Sutratma or Brahmaji or the creator is at the individual level the Antakaran Chatushtay. Now from this Brahmaji, then Prana Shraddha, Then, yo ya shraddha sa eva saha. Bhagavad Gita tells that we all live according to our faith. What is our faith? I am body, this is my faith. So what will I live? I will live as a body, for the body, on everybody. If I live with the faith, no, I am not body, but I am the embodied. Then, papoham, papa karmaham, oh Lord, I am a sinner, all mistakes that I have done, please forgive them. God will say, you say every day and make again mistake, I will not forgive you. What we take ourselves to be? Shraddha. And then from the Shraddha, the 5 great elements are created. Kham, Vayu, Jyoti, Rapaha, Prithvi, 5 great elements. And then the 5 Jnanendriyas, organs of perception, organs of action. And then the mind is created. And then from that mind, Annam. Then for the embodied one, the mind. So now be attentive. Mind is the embodied. Sense organs, organs of action, they are the means of activity and knowledge. The world, 5 great elements, is the world where the mind is enjoying or suffering. But for them, they require strength, and therefore, Annam, the food is created. And then that from the food, when the food is consumed, the mind gets the power to work and act. So from the food, the Viryam. And then from the Viryam, when we are no more self-controlled, our life is like animals. See, there is no purity in breeding. See, friends, we are extremely proud of having a thoroughbred horse. See, the other day I was in London, near Harrow, we had our camp. Not Harrow, near Heathrow. 3-4 days camp. In the morning, I used to go for a walk. And there are many British ladies, they come with their dog for a walk. The dog leads rather than God leading them. So they were going. So because of my habit, I say in the morning, hello, how are you? You say to a Britisher in the morning, a big snob. I said, okay, I'll also teach you. Then again, when I was coming back, I said, now let me see how you don't talk to me. Hey, cute, how sweet you are. I started talking to the dog. The moment I started talking to the dog, the woman opened her mouth. Then I knew that we have to approach through the dog. Human to human, they will not talk. Through a dog, they can talk. And then what will I talk? How lovely it is. Is it a crossbred or thoroughbred? Enough. Then she opened up completely. Oh, this is thoroughbred, and I got it for this thing, and it costed me so much, and I did the vaccination, and he gives so much of food, and he's so loving. He loves me more than anybody in the world. Those who do not love human beings, they love dogs. See? So, our life becomes so extrovert that we are proud of having a thoroughbred dog, but in our own life, there is no control. Our life is worse than animals. See, friends, such licentious behavior creates problems in our life. Then the same person has to be helped. Therefore, the scriptures create, the Paramatma created tapaha, austerities. See? Now enough is enough. Now I had decided to take to yoga. First thing I did, I divorced. Now I have come for yoga. After coming to yoga, I got married to another one. See? Happening every day throughout the world. See? Leave one, catch another. Leave one, catch another. Tapasya, austerities, celibacy and self-control. Then only the truth is revealed, friends. Not otherwise. Tapas and mantra. Then the four Vedas are created. With the help of those mantras, one can do the karma, etc. And as a result of those karma, one goes to the higher world and the lower world, so lokaha. And in those worlds, there are people born, and those people are named as McDonald and, Kentucky. This is how the 16 kalas come out. See the 16 kalas. First is prana, then shraddha, akasha, vayu, tej, jala, prithvi, indriya, mana, anna, virya, tapa, mantra, karma, and the names. This is how the 16 of them come out. Now, what is the purpose of telling this thing? The purpose of telling is, when the river goes back to the ocean, what happens? Exactly the same thing happens every day in our life. The mantra tells, Sa yatha ima nadyaha sendamanaha samudrayanaha samudram prapya astam gachanti bhiddete tasam namarupe samudra iti evam prochyate evam asya paridrashtuhu ima shodashakala purushayana purusham prapya astam gachanti bhiddete cha asam namarupe purusha iti eva prochyate saya esha akalaha amritaha bhavati tadesha shlokaha. Like there are so many rivers with different names and the forms, when they go and merge in the ocean, their names and forms are absolutely redundant. Thereafter they are called as only the ocean. In the same manner, be attentive. The whole world of 5 great elements, the objects, they are absorbed in the sense organs, organs of action. They are absorbed in the mind. Mind is absorbed in the intellect. Intellect is absorbed in the total intellect absorbed in the absolute reality that we are, and this happens every day, friends. Every day. One of the method of spiritual practice is this. When you go to sleep, before going to sleep, instead of writing notes, start understanding how we enter the sleep. First, we drop the whole world, close the windows, doors, everything. Then we go below the quilt. Then slowly, everything is closed. Finally, eyes are closed. Then we drop the husband, father, mother, brother, sister, rich, poor, healthy, unhealthy. All the modifications of the body, all the relations, all the possessions, they are slowly dropped. Finally, we come to the last point. The last point is, I want to sleep. I want to sleep. And when this I and the want, when they are also dropped, then the sleep begins. Now the question is, where all this thing has gone? When millions of gallons of water is poured per second in the ocean, will the ocean become overflowing? And when the summer days, millions of gallons of water is evaporated and taken up in the sky in the form of the vapors and condensation and precipitation, and the rains fall because of the removal of the water from the surface of the ocean. Is the ocean losing anything? Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate. See, friends. And then again, when we wake up in the morning, second meditation, when we wake up in the morning, first thing what? First thing, we become aware of ourselves. I am. Second thing, what is the time? Concept of time is born. During the sleep, there was no concept of time. Thereafter, third, concept of place, where I am. This happens to me every now and then because I don't stay in any place maximum for 1 week. Normally 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. So when I sleep, I always keep my lights on because I don't remember where I am and where is the bathroom. See? So, first we become aware of ourselves, our body, I is born, then time, then space, then what I have to do, karma is born. See? So everything is coming out of me and everything goes back in me. In this, childhood has come and gone, nothing happened to me. Teenage has come and gone, nothing happened to me. The middle age has come and gone, nothing happened to me. The old age has come and it will take the body away, nothing will happen to me. This is the meaning of the mantra, na karmana na prajaya dhanena tyagena eke amritatvamanaso. All that can be rejected, renounced, must be rejected and renounced, and we come to a point which cannot be rejected or renounced. That is beyond the soul. Waker is rejected in the dream, etc. Dreamer is rejected in the waking and the deep sleep, etc. The deep sleeper is rejected in the other three experiences, and the samadhi person is rejected in all the three. But there is one principle which cannot be rejected. We come to a zero effort level. And zero effort level, Patanjali says, Prayatna Shaitilya Ananta Samapatibhyam. If possible, only if we merge in the Absolute. Ananta Samapatti means merging in the Absolute. But our whole life is a struggle. And you know the funny struggle. See, I'll give an example. This is very good example, and it is not only imagination, it has really happened. Once I came from Bombay to Heathrow, and 8-9 hours flight. By the time you come out, it takes about an hour or so. The most horrible airport. So many flights, big queues, Keep on walking, it never ends. So finally he came out, and my friend came to pick me up, and we sat and going. 3 hours drive, and then I had my lecture, maybe at about 5 o'clock. And when we were going, she took the wrong exit. So I think probably this is not the thing we see every time, something different. So I asked him, Mama, something is wrong today. Have you taken a wrong exit? Swamiji, I am here for last 35 years. I know everything. I said, that doesn't prevent you from making mistakes. No, it's okay. I said, no, go ahead. You have to drive. I don't have to drive. After going for 10-20 kilometers, Swamiji, probably what you said is right. I have taken a wrong exit. What should I do? I said, follow Indian technology. Go wrong side. No, we can't do it. I said, then suffer silently. So, we went ahead 40 miles, took a U-turn, came back, and I had a lecture in a church. The vision of Gita, that was the topic. So when we reached, we were about 1 hour late. So I was thinking all people must have gone, so I can have nice food and sleep. But they were all sitting there. I said, my God, these fellows are really. So I finished my lecture. Out of the car I came and straight away started the lecture. Thereafter we had tea, coffee, and then people departed. I went to my hostess house. We had dinner. After dinner, I was watching one documentary on Tibet, beautiful documentary. So when I was watching, this lady who drove me, she said, Swamiji, are you not tired? I said, it's not your business, you mind your business. No, how come you are not tired? I want to be like you. I said, you cannot be like me. She said, why? No beard. Wisdom is directly proportionate to the length of the beard. Longer the beard, more the wisdom. Shorter the beard, doubtful is the wisdom. No beard, never a possibility of any wisdom. No, Swamiji, don't cut jokes. Why this is happening? Why I get so excited, tired and disturbed? How come you are so cool, Mama? I told her, your whole life is a struggle. You are trying to prove something to someone. Alas, you don't know what you want to prove and to whom and who cares for you. Give up this struggle, friends. Be yourself. Why we want to prove? Because we want to possess something. I am a great devotee. God doesn't care for your devotion. He has got plenty of them. See, friends. But we struggle to prove. Don't prove anything in this world. And second thing, don't try to justify anything. We justify so many things, I was coming because this happened, therefore I am late. Nobody even asks you whether you come or you don't. Who cares? See, the other day in Bombay, those days there were no flyovers. So I was supposed to go somewhere for lecture, and in between the railway gate fell down. So we had to wait, nothing could be done. The person who was driving me was becoming very uneasy. I said, hey, why are you uneasy? Swamiji, we'll be late, people will be waiting. I said, why are you worrying? Are you doing it purposely? No. Then relax. Then what should we do? I said, when the train goes, count the compartments and tell me how many. Keep busy. 1, 2, 3. And when we crossed the railway line and when he said, Swamiji, I'll go and announce. I said, you shut up. You don't talk any word. It's not your lecture, it's my lecture. Okay, Swamiji. I went and I started my lecture as if nothing has happened. And I pulled the lecture another 15 minutes beyond the time. Nobody even knew. No mention that I am late and I am sorry. See, we want to prove and justify. Never do these two things in life. You will be relaxed. See? This is what is called as observing every moment of your life and learn from that. Then we are subjective. See? Otherwise, whole life, can we remain in the KG1 class throughout life? I asked a man, 40 years old, hey, my God, you have become so big. When I saw you, you were in KG1. What do you do now? Now also I am in KG1. Wow, now also a KG1. Will it look good? KG1 is good, but only up to a particular age. We have to grow exactly the same way. All that we have been doing in our life, throughout life, how long will you do it? See, we have to graduate and rise above. But our whole life goes into the same things, mechanically being done. See, those people who are doing, let us say, japa. Do you think that japa, there is any joy that they discover? Om Dharmakam Yame Sukandim Pushti Uranakam Yamanam Om Dharmakam Yame Sukandim Pushti Uranakam Yame Om Dharmakam Yame Sukandim. Mechanically. To whom are we cheating? God? He never gets cheated because he doesn't listen. He has no ears. How can he hear? See, remember this principle. The truth has to be discovered as one's own being. The husband has to know, first he is a man, then he is a husband. After having known this, then what he should do? When he is in front of his wife, he should start acting as if he is very obedient, very quiet, very submissive. But when she goes away, throw away that husband and enjoy life. See, friends, But we, Swamiji, I'm very disturbed, all people get good wives. Why did I get a bad wife like this, The grass on the other side of the fence is green. There is nothing like good wife in this world, and there is nothing like intelligent husband in this world. These are imaginary conditions. Intelligent husband. One child asked his father, Dad, please tell me, I want to become an intelligent husband when I am grown up. Dad didn't reply. Again, he was doing the hosepiping the garden. Dad, you are not telling. I don't want to hear the same thing what mom calls you dumb. I don't want my wife to call me dumb. I want to be an intelligent husband. Please tell me what to do. So the father tells, listen, my dear son, there is nothing like intelligent husband in this world. Those who are intelligent, they never become husbands. Those who are dumb, they only become husbands. So what my wife calls me is the truth. Therefore, I am not afraid. Discover your divine nature and be happy. That is the only way. That is going beyond the soul. About this, Esha akalaha amrutaha bhavati. And there are no fractions, there is no mortality, the infinity is attained. Arayi varsanabho kala yasmin sampradishtitam tam vedyam purusham veda yatha mavo mrityu paravyatha iti. In this manner, there is another mantra which says, like all the spokes ultimately are surrendered in the hub of a wheel, in the same manner, all these kalas, 16 of them, they are surrendered in this Purusha, so they go back into it and come out of it. Concluding, the teacher says, Tan hovacha etavad eva aham etat param brahma veda na ataha param asti iti. Now the teacher says, my dear students, 6 of them, my dear students, this is all that is to be known about the truth. There is nothing more to be known about the truth. And this is all I know. Beyond that, there is nothing to be known. See, friends, this is Prashnopanishad, question answer session. And what is our question answer session? How is it possible when there were 2 armies standing in front of each other, Bhagavan Krishna was telling Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna was listening, what others were doing that time? Oh, they were having that time Mungfalli. See, how simple it is. These are not questions, this is stupidity. Inquire. But our questions are only informative. We want to collect information so that we can bluff in our lectures. Many people, students, those who are also giving lectures and all that, their whole struggle is never to know the truth. But this joke I can also quote in my lecture. Forget about that. Be yourself. In this manner, na ataha paramasti iti tetam archayantaha tvam hinaha pita yo asmakam vidyayaha param param tarayasi iti namaha paramarushibhya. After that, all the students, they did the puja archana of the teacher and they say, you are our real father. See, we have got 2 fathers. One father gave us this mortal body. The Guru gives us the immortality that we are. Therefore, naha tvam pita yaha asmakam avidyayaha param tarayasi, because you have taken us away from this world of mortals, and thus we have come to discover our essential nature. Salutation to the Supreme Rishis, salutation to the Supreme Rishis who has brought this knowledge to us. Thus, from now onwards, refuse yourself to be a soul or the jiva. Refuse. Neither you are going to die, nor you are going to be born again. Don't have that funny notion, after I die, where will I go? You cannot die. If you don't trust me, try to die. You cannot. What falls in the body. See, friends, thus, in the first series of lectures, in the first retreat, we have discarded the body and beyond. There we came to the mind, in the second retreat, mind and beyond. Now this is the concluding retreat. Here we have seen the soul and beyond. So what is the prasada for this? We'll be giving you the soul curry. Enjoy. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnaat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.